Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to your deal reveal. Tonight, we are going to have not one, but two very special return guest speakers to the deal reveal who are going to come talk about their deals. That's right, not one, but two deals on the table, and you might be able to become a part of those deals. So listen up. We are bringing back to the deal reveal Noemie and Kanok. Absolutely. You've probably heard about them if you've been in the JK community for these past 6 months or so. I'm sure you've seen them doing some incredible things in the US as Canadians. And they're coming here today. They're logging in as we speak. So I'm told. And so once they come in, we're going to bring them up to panelists and they're going to share with you what's exciting them these days. But let me tell you what's exciting us these days as well. JK has onboarded and hired two new JK team members, one of which is on the call right now, Christian and Fran as well. Two new JK team members. So welcome to the community. Our community is growing, and therefore our support systems and our team and our family needs to grow to continue supporting you on your US real estate investing journey. So that's very, very, very exciting. As you know, we did a bus tour a couple weeks ago. Amazing stuff. We're still following up with the members who did attend our Cleveland bus tour and are being onboarded into the community. I will remind you that our next Epic bus tour is going to be in August. So it's a good ways away, but in August, if you want to come to Cleveland, come check out our facilities, our projects, our teams, our family. Well, there's an opportunity. And JK team, if you can just drop the link for the next Epic bus tour, that'd be fantastic because we're filling up one bus, first come, first serve. And so in the link, you can have in the chat, you can check out the link. So let's see if we have Noemie and Kanok in the room. I believe so. And while I'm looking for them in here, there they are. I'd like to welcome the new and older members of our community. Who do we have here? Of course, yes, we hear you. We have Bobby. We have Brian here live today. Charles, Christian, as I said, yes, hello. Eric, Erwin, fantastic. Samira, Francois, Frank, nice to have you here. Guylaine, Isabel, James, Jenny, John, Julie, Kevin, wonderful. Martin, yes, Melanie. Who else do we have? We have Mickey, we have Jose, we have Paul, Pierre, Robert, Stan. The list keeps on going, and people are logging in as I'm speaking here. I'm missing a bunch. Varun, Victoria. I love the spelling on your name, by the way. Amazing. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's make sure that Noemie and Kanok have the permissions they need to. I don't think they do yet. So let me just go back. Sorry. Let me promote you to panelist. And I'd also like to say welcome and thank you for joining. Those of you who are joining live on Facebook as well, I don't see your names, but I know you're there, and a big shout out to you. So Noemie Kanok, if you can just accept that panelist invitation so that I can give you all the permission so you can turn on your camera. All right, while you're doing that, I will give a little intro here. What do we do on the deal reveal? We find you deals, right? And we analyze them lightning fast. The average deal reveal is usually right around 10, 15 minutes, if that. And usually I'm analyzing one or two or three deals in 10, 15 minutes. We are not getting paralyzed in analysis. We are taking a look and we are quickly identifying if this is a deal or no deal. And what is a deal? It is a piece of US property, US real estate that cash flows and is bought at a discount. We are buying equity. So those are the two golden rules we look for here on the deal reveal: cash flow and equity at purchase. We invest when and where the numbers make sense. And once again, Noemie and Kanok, let's see if we can get you up here. And welcome to all the new people who came in between. I see. Okay, there you are. Let me get you up here, up here. Make sure you accept that invitation, please. We also have James and Francois and Annie who joined in, and Benoit, just a couple of the ones I saw who came in a little bit later. Nice to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Noemi Kanuk. Okay, good. You got it. So let me just promote you here, and we should be good to go. You should be able to open up your camera and your microphone.
Yes.
Haha,
Hi.
there they are. How are we
Hello.
doing? Welcome back to the deal reveal.
Thank you.
Thanks. Always, always.
Perfect timing. I just ran out of words, so now the next words are going to come through. But I want to remind everyone that we try to make this as interactive as possible. So at any point, tell us if this is a deal or no deal. Noemi, you are in the spotlight now. And if anybody listening into this call or the recording is interested in the deal, in the people actually presenting the deal, or whatever the case, if you want to reach out to us, just send us an email, info@jkrealestatepartners.com, and we will facilitate the connection for you to speak with these wonderful people about these incredible deals. So with that being said, Noemie and Kanok, welcome back. And there's quite a bit of people on the call today. Congrats. I guess you're famous now. So tell us a little bit about yourselves, your journey, and then we'll get into the deal that you have on hands right now.
Perfect. Hi, everyone. So we're Noemie and Kanok. We are from Montreal, but we started investing in the US a little bit more than 1 year ago. We decided to jump on a program with JK Real Estate Partners as JK Proteges. Yeah. So what it means is that we have a mentorship with Kyle, a private mentorship for 1 year, and we are currently not a protege anymore, but we are alumni and
Graduated.
Yeah, I graduated. Yeah.
Yes. And we did use all our resources that they kindly share with us, and we expanded also our resources. We did a lot of work in the past year, and right now we're working on many deals. Currently, we are working on our 19 unit that you probably maybe know about. We bought it with the help of Kyle last year. And so it's 4 buildings, and we're still renovating those units because it's a lot of work. And a lot of tenants left in the month of March, during the month of March. So right now we are renovating 5 apartments in one building, 3 apartments in another one, and 1 apartment in another one. So, and 2 in the other one. So we are renovating all our units right now. And we have found a team that can help us with the renovations, and also that is managing the properties for us from a distance, because we're not in Cleveland, but we were in Cleveland last weekend.
Yeah, last weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
We went to visit our buildings, and it was really fantastic to see the improvements. It's not done yet. We're not ready to refinance or anything, but we're pretty happy with what we have, and the neighborhood in which we invested and everything.
Yeah.
So to talk about us a little bit more, I am an urban planner and I'm project manager. So I'm currently, when we do some with Rainbow Real Estate Partners, we are a team, Kanok and I take care of the acquisition part, and he is the the president of the company and he does the approvals. So
Yeah.
when I find a deal, I say, Kanok, is it a good deal? Can we go forward with this one?
Yeah, I'm the numbers guy, I guess. But yeah, I here in Montreal, while I take care of buildings also. I work with the government of Quebec, so I manage big buildings. So it's kind of an extension of what we do. We've been doing real estate for a while. So it's a great journey, and more acquisitions. So basically, that's why we decided to leave Quebec, is because we couldn't expand, we couldn't move forward with our business. It would have taken years and years to get where we're at today, and to see at what speed we can go to. I mean, it's just like sky's the limit, and I think that's why the United States. Cleveland in particular, because that's where we're at, has really great potential. So,
And so do you. And so does
yes,
everyone on this call. Great potential. Starting out
absolutely.
right out of the gate with 19 units, and clearly that wasn't enough. And so you've got a few more
Yep.
on hand right now. How about you
Yes.
tell us a little bit of what these people can look forward to in the next couple of months and couple of years if they keep at it, they jump in and they stay on the horse. What's waiting for them on the other side?
As for deals, like let's say to deals tonight, or
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
all right. Well, let's jump in. Let's say a first deal. Do you want to?
Yeah.
I'll let
I can
you,
introduce
yeah.
the first deal. So like Kyle said, there's a 14 unit building that is on the table. It's a mixed use building, and it has 6 storefront. I'm gonna show you a picture right now.
I gave you permission to share. Go right ahead.
Okay. So it has 6 storefront, and it has also 8
Yeah.
residential units.
Yeah.
Just a second.
Sorry, looking for the picture. We got it. We got it.
Okay.
And I will say, while it's loading, this property was actually featured on
Yeah.
our epic bus tour. And Noemie and Kanok didn't even attend the bus tour, but they heard about it and said, hey, wait a minute, I want a piece of that. So they jumped in and they have it under contract right now.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
Love it.
So let you continue. So that the building is, like we said, a 14 unit. So it's mixed use. So it's something we're fairly familiar because our 19 unit has commercial units as well. And this deal is actually really amazing because it's located in a up and coming neighborhood, and the purchase price right now is at 330, but this is pre-negotiation, so there's still room to bring that price down after we do our due diligence period, which we are doing right now. Renovations are roughly around 250,000, but the ARV I would say is close to 800,000 in that area once it's optimized. We're looking roughly around 1,200,000 per month in gross revenue. So it's a great potential cash flow cow. Once we put that up and running, it's going to be amazing. And actually, the units, the commercial units, are not as bad as shape as our 19. So to bring them up to operating terms, it's going to be much quicker. So that is also very interesting. We might have actually somebody that would be interested actually in one of the units, because one of them is a restaurant, and the previous owner already put probably like close to $20,000 worth of equipment, restaurant equipment. So it's like this brand new, how do you call it, like exhaust vent and everything.
A double
Yeah.
exhaust vent, brand new. Just that thing is worth $15,000-$20,000.
Yeah. So just that's amazing, because your storefront is basically ready. I mean, you're just putting, paint and cosmetics almost. So there's not much to do on that one.
And there's also barber shops and beauty salon
Mhm.
that needs cosmetic works, but they're not in a bad shape, and they can be run by a tenant that can rent chairs, and so the rent on the commercial storefronts are really attractive, and we didn't know about that before going. We visited the last weekend, and we met with a guy that isn't the guy that is interested in the restaurant, and he can help us also fill those vacant units. Yeah, you can find tenants.
Donald, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
I got his business card right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donat.
Yeah.
He's really
That's right.
Yeah. And so that's one point. But I would say what's even more amazing is the way that we're structuring this deal. I don't know if you put it in the slide. I didn't even see this slide. Okay. Anyways, so the way that we're structuring this deal is we're trying to not go into financing just because timelines and all that. So the way we're structuring this, it's going to be, we're trying to partner with the construction. The guy that's going to do all the renovations is going to be probably a partner, a potential partner in this deal. So that means all the renovation budget don't have to take care of that. It's going to be built in the deal. So that's what we're dealing right now. We're negotiating with him to be a partner. So just that, I mean, that's what I mean. This deal is going to be amazing because basically what we have to find is the purchase price. So that's what we put on the table is, if you guys are interested, this is how you gonna, how can I say that? This deal is really it's like half. I was gonna say is like half of your problem is gonna be taken off. So that's because renovations, I mean, you don't know where it's gonna go. You don't know really. You can know how much roughly how much it's gonna cost, but until you start digging into those renovations, you never really know. And to have somebody that's experienced and that's ready to go into that partnership, that's a huge plus for anybody that wants to partner with us.
And that
And
part,
he's so willing to put skin in the game. Obviously, if they're bringing $250,000 of labor and materials worth into the deal,
Yep.
most likely they're going to finish it, because if they're 100,000 in, they don't want to walk away.
Exactly.
and that partner and construction partner is also right now is renovating our units in the 19 units. So we already know him, and we
met him a few times, and in Cleveland also, we trying to, bring a bond and a good understanding. So yeah, it's a beautiful things on the way. So
yeah, a really good partnership going on, and many more, I would say.
yes. So basically, I mean, the numbers real quick, like after refinancing and all that, what we're hoping to get, I mean, it's roughly around $40,000 per year in net income. So that's a pretty good amount. I mean, that can help bring you to your retirement quite quickly. So that's the whole, idea behind it. So like I said, let's say we're all in around like 550,000 ish, and it's worth 800,000. I mean, do we have equity?
Yes.
Yes. And once we refinance, if we're making 40,000 roughly a year, is that cash flow?
Looks like we have those two golden rules.
Yeah.
I love it. And how many of these do you need? I mean, you got a 19, here's a 14. How many of these properties are you going to buy?
Well, our goal actually, just to understand a little bit what our strategy is, we are trying to acquire the first 100 units so we can really scale and understand how we can scale it to bring a bigger business. Because I would say our main focus is to get that first 1,000 units. Why? Because it's a big enough piece of pie where we can be where we can basically all win in that situation. So if we have partners with us, we'll be able to basically retire together. So that's the whole point, and focus on building just the business. Because at the end of the day, that's what we want to do. Ourselves personally, we want to quit our jobs and just do this every day. I mean, I would go down to Cleveland every weekend and just, talk to people, look around for new deals, new buildings. I mean, this is just what we love to do. Wherever we go, that's what we do. So it's just that's part of our main focus. So to answer your question, we don't have a limit in reality, but we do have a strategy. So that's kind of
I love it. And if you are planning on spending more time in Cleveland, this goes out to anybody on the call. If you're coming down to Cleveland the next couple months, keep an eye out for the GoREA, the Greater Ohio Real Estate Investor Association. We are launching that in the next couple of months. And so we should have a weekly meetup in person live with the whole sponsors, the whole everything, attracting all the best talent in Cleveland. So be sure to look us up.
nice.
All right, I love it. Well, congratulations again. If anybody's interested in this particular deal, well, I guess there's a QR code on the screen, or usually just send us an email, info@jkrealestatepartners.com. Either way, we will connect you with Noemie and Kanok. We'll make it happen for you. And that's the first deal. You had a second deal as well.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's jump into the second one because maybe that one's a little bit too big for some of the people, right? So I think you
Yeah.
have something a little bit more palatable for someone maybe starting off. But again, your
Mhm.
first deal was 19 units. So who are we to say if this is too big or too small for someone on their first? So, but anyways, you have a second one. So what else do you have on the cooker right now?
Yes. So the other deal is a single family house, and it's in South Collinwood. So
Mhm.
this is the Arlington deal, and this one. So this house, we got it under contract last month or in April, I think. And we're about to close very soon. We're in the last negotiations. We got it under contract for 62,000. And we did all the due diligence. So we quoted the property for renovations. There are almost 35,000 in renovations needed. It's mostly cosmetic work inside the house, but there's a structural problem that needs to be addressed, and we have also
A quote for
a
that.
quote for that kind of renovation, and it's a structural contractor that
That did the
Yeah.
work. Actually, the main reason why it's close to that 30,000 mark is because of the structural. Because inside the house, it's relatively cosmetics. There's not much to do. It's actually it's really beautiful inside. It has like the woodwork. Even the floors were in pretty good condition. It's a 3 bedroom. Actually, it's a 4 bedroom. It's a 3 bedroom official, but we can put a fourth bedroom into that. And if you really want to, if you look at it even more long term, you can actually even put a 5th bedroom in the attic, which is it's a pretty. I mean, the attic is actually not too bad either. So if you're thinking a little more long term on that one, you can always add a bedroom there. What I like about this house, it's because I just like brick houses because there's less maintenance in general. Um, and we said 62, but don't forget we are still negotiating. So as we're negotiating now, I think we'll be able to bring it down closer to that 50-ish. But like I said, we're still in the negotiation phase to bring it down. But this is basically we did everything for you. So the negotiations were done. You have the inspection that's done. So you have the inspection report. You'll have quotes for renovations and the contacts if you like. So this is basically, we give you the deal on a platter. So you don't have much to do except accept it, basically.
It's like a Deal Butler deal. I love it.
Yeah, it's like a 2.0 deal butler.
I love it. I love it.
and
So,
the
so my understanding that you will or you will not be part of the deal if someone wants the deal after the fact.
Yeah. In this case, we will not be partaking in this deal just because we need to focus our energy on the other units. So this is why we're ready to give the chance to somebody else that wants maybe a smaller deal that he or she can handle. And just for the rent wise, you're looking in roughly around like 1,400 to 1,500 monthly. ARVs between 100 and 115. Appraisal was done also. So like I said, it's really all in one. So there's really nothing else to do except see if the numbers work with you.
And if we
And,
refinance
Mhm.
after renovation, if we refinance, it could be a perfect bird.
Yeah, it could be close to a perfect bird. Or at least you'll definitely be making between like 140 to, depending on how much you refinance, between 140, you can always also go up to 200 and something per month in net cash flow. So
So absolutely, if I did the numbers right, if you're buying it in somewhere in the 50s and you're putting 35 into it, you're all in under 90. It's worth 100 to 115. So are we buying equity? Looks like we are. Are we buying cash flow? Rents at 14, 1500 and you're all in at 90. If you know, this is well above the 1% rule. We're about at the 1.5% rule here, which just says cash flow. And that's even after mortgage service. So do we have cash flow? Yep. And I guess you crunched the numbers yourself to say it's about 150, 200 after all expenses, including management, including maintenance, including a shit buffer budget, including the mortgage, and then
yeah.
the standards, taxes, insurance, utilities, and so forth. So there's real cash flow, not just, yeah, I'm making money, but there's nothing left at the end of the month. So this looks like just a solid deal across the board. Congratulations, not only for finding, negotiating, but packaging it. That is a lot of work that you did up front for someone who's interested on taking advantage of this silver platter deal. So again, if anybody's interested in this particular opportunity, you can reach out directly if you snatch the QR code on the other screen, or send us an email, info@jkrealestatepartners.com, and one of the JK team members will facilitate the connection between this beautiful couple and your next investment property. So that's amazing. Just congratulations, and I love it for so many reasons. Obviously, we spent quite a bit of time together. You were like sponges. I'm giving you this, and you taking it all in, and I had no idea. Well, I mean, you did message me that you had things going on, but I had no involvement in you finding, negotiating, structuring, and so forth. After you told me, I gave you a few little hints and things, but you did all this all by yourselves. It just goes to show you that within 1 year, right? You're tackling 14 units, multiple deals at once. You're still smiling. You still have your hair, right? It's really amazing.
Yeah.
And you're back on the deal reveal again. And I didn't even have to tell you, is there cash flow? Is there equity? No, you know better. And you tell me, Kyle, there's equity. Kyle, there's cash flow. Fantastic. All right, let's go do it. So, Robert, impressive. Good job. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. So, with that being said, any final words, some words of wisdom? Like there's 40 plus people listening live right now. What words would you give them, seeing that you're 1 year into this journey and they're maybe just thinking about getting started?
I would say if you feel it's right for you, stop hesitating and just jump, do it. Really just do it, because it's going to be worth that at the end, especially if you feel that's right for you. That's what I would say.
I love it. Noemie, would you agree with Mr. President here?
Yes, I would say just do it also, because we need people to lead in this America. We need doers. So just do it.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you. Thank you for all your hard work. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for educating our people as well. Right, Rob said that slogan's already taken. But fantastic. Knowledge in and of itself is useless. You need to apply that knowledge, right? You need to put action to that knowledge, and voila, miracles can be made. So thank you so much for your time. I'm going to spend a couple more minutes inviting people to our Epic Blueprint. You've obviously gone through the process of the Epic Blueprint. In one or two words, what would you say was the impact of the Epic Blueprint in your journey?
I would say it's a really good introduction, and it's 3 days of full. I think Kyle is really sharing all he's got in 3 days, so it's it's really worth more than $100. It's more worth in the $1,000. So
Well, yeah, I mean, once you do your first acquisition, you'll understand that he basically gave you. I want my money back, Kyle. You gave him everything. I paid for that. No, I'm joking. But no, honestly, it's incredible information. I mean, you could spend years and years and years just to get some piece of information like that. So yeah, worth every penny.
Well, I appreciate the kind words. And like you said, it's the intro, it's the beginning, the starting step. And even if you have real estate in Canada, it's a different game. There are similarities, of course. Real estate is real estate, but there are significant differences as well. And knowing how to navigate a new market, new strategies is vital to your success and your scale over time. So with that being said, thank you once again. And let's talk about for a few minutes about the epic blueprint that's coming up in just 2 weeks. It's coming up in less than 2 weeks from now. You will learn how to set up your legal structure, your entities, your corporate structure to avoid double taxation and to avoid lawsuits and the liability attached to running a business in the most litigious country in the world. We're going to show you how to find deals, where and how to find those off-market deals. This deal is an off-market deal. The 14 unit, right? Your 19 unit, all off-market deals. That wasn't on the MLS, right? How did that come onto your lap? Well, that's what we teach you in the blueprint. How to analyze and evaluate deals, how to finance them even though you have no income, no credit in the US or in Canada. When I got started, I was a student. I had no income, and yet I started acquiring real estate. And the more you acquire, the easier it becomes to acquire more. How to draft solid contracts. What wording and verbiage do you want in your purchase and sale agreements and in your contracts to protect your assets? 19 different ways to profit from US real estate with little or no money down. That's day 3. A full day to creative real estate, which Noemie and Kanok are clearly understanding and taking advantage of. How to manage those properties remotely, how to recycle your capital deal after deal after deal. They mentioned the BRRRR. That's the buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat cycle, which we take a lot of time to explain how you can use the same money to buy your first deal as your third deal, as your fifth deal, as your seventh deal, and you're just recycling that capital. And we give you homeworks during the blueprint, and we say, okay, now go put into practice what we just taught you and bring a deal back. And depending on time, sometimes I call up the sellers, I negotiate your deals live during the training, and I show you how it's done, not just in theory, but also in practice, right? So it's like Noemi said, it's a full 3-day live virtual training where we show you the steps you need to follow, the blueprint to buy that first or that 100th property in the US. So it's June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. That's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, coming up in less than 2 weeks. Total value over $3,000. How do I know? When Janie and I got started on our first real estate 3-day real estate training over 10 years ago, we paid $3,333. 10 years ago. All right. But as Noemi, you already the cat's already out of the bag. You know you're not going to pay $3,000 for it, but you're going to get $3,000 of value plus 4 golden bonuses. We are throwing in the Ultimate Real Estate Calculator, which includes tutorial videos on how to use it, the Quick Start Bootcamp, that's your second bonus, so that after the blueprint, we're still holding your hand and keeping you accountable to bring in deals and bring in money to buy those deals. Third bonus, an interactive ebook called JK's Roadmap to Your First US Property. And it kind of retells the story of our first year, Janie and I's first year in US real estate. What was the journey? What were the obstacles? What were the solutions? What are the things we said, okay, we're not doing that again. Plus, we're also including a lot of the lingo. What is that BRRRR? What is MAU, your maximum allowable offer? We're asking you to ask yourself some questions like, is your home an investment? Where you live, is it an investment or is it a liability? We're going to challenge some of your thoughts around real estate, and that's all happening in the interactive ebook. And lastly, we are throwing in the 9 powers of real estate because real estate, better than gold, stocks, crypto, has 9 powers. Cash flow is one of them. Being able to buy at a discount is another one. The ability to control your asset. You can decide if you rent or don't rent. You can live in it or rent it. You can do short term, you can do long term. You can protect it, you can insure it. You have leverage on the way in, you have leverage on the way out. You can depreciate your assets and they appreciate over time. Your rents, they also inflate over time. These are hedges against inflation. There are 9 powers to real estate where a lot of other assets don't have even 5. So total value over $3,500 that you are getting if you join JK's Epic Blueprint. And as Noemi said, $100. It has never been this cheap to join the 3-day training, right? So if you scan this QR code or type in the link, or JK team, if you can just drop the link in the chat so they can easily just click on it, that would be fantastic. Click on that, RSVP your spot for $100, get the full 3-day training and all the bonuses I mentioned. And we're super, super excited to have you be part of the JK family. One last extra for anybody who joins in on the Epic Blueprint. Right after you sign up, you're going to get an email asking you to become an affiliate. And this is very special because it is a 100% commission affiliate. If you bring someone to the Blueprint, you get that $100. All right. So one quick phone call, one quick email to someone who is hardly even interested in real estate could make this training completely free for you. So if that's not the gift of the year, I don't know what to say. So thank you. We hope to see you. We're so excited to feature you on a deal reveal. Go get your miracles, ladies and gentlemen. We've done what we can. Now it's up to you. So thank you for your time. Now for tomorrow.
Thank
Noemie
you.
Kanok, you have a few final words?
Yes, I would like to know, I would like to invite everyone in Montreal area and on the South Shore on June 18 to a meetup with JK Real Estate Partners and Isabelle Mayville and Kevin and us, so and Thomas.
Yeah.
And yes, we're gonna be at the La Brochetterie, l'Impact à Saint-Hubert, in Saint-Hubert, Quebec. So it's gonna start at 6 p.m. on June 18. It's a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So
Don't miss it.
I love it. I love it. I'll be there at least virtually at the very least, and we'll try to be there in person as well. So with that being said, have a great evening. Thank you for your time. Go get your miracles.